We have an internal sort of network that we use to communicate in the school. And when I first started here 3 years ago, we had something similar to this, but it was solely based on Google. And then last year the school invested in this Aladdin schools system. Now other schools in the country can buy it as well, so it's not specifically for our school, but anyone can buy into it, and you can decide basically what elements of it you want to use and what you don't want to use. So what we have decided to use is all listed down the left hand side panel here, and the middle part of the page is what we call the notice board basically. So we've decided to have behaviour reports as one of our main things here, because with the changeover of staff and the staggering of yards, we find it very useful to record a certain behavioural incident on yard if somebody was picking on somebody else, or if somebody pushed somebody else or something like that. So it's all there, and as you type in the report, I'll show you how we do that. It comes up here in the log, so you can just, even by glancing at it, you can see, oh, there was some yard incident today. The staff member's name goes up beside it, and the pupil's name does as well. We also have this notice board here. It's where if there's anything happening in the school, all staff have access to putting up a new notice, and we can, it's just, most people go on and put messages in whenever there's anything happening in the school, simple things. But basically Aladdin is live on our computers all day from the minute we come in until 2:30 in the evening, and it's kind of expected that everyone checks it regularly, because we don't all get to meet, obviously, you know, every minute of the day. So people are expected to log on to Aladdin and have a look at anything important. It could be something to do with the key for the cleaning cupboard.
No, we're not out today, but you know we're not.
And yeah, it's also a bullying tactic. There, police and yellow. Yeah. It's called intimidation by Aladdin. Yeah.
And I genuinely had nothing to do with that.
Who staged that now? So yeah, we use it for things like that. Also, if there's been an issue between two students, it goes up there, please monitor such and such person on the yard. And we find it quite useful actually. We also use it to plan our staff parties and things like that. So we also have, Simon puts up this little section here where if there's a reminder for paperwork or things published in the newsletter on the website. It's just a kind of like a list of things to do basically. It's usually done on a month-by-month basis. Our yard duty rota is there as well, so you can access and see who's on yard duty today. And there's a few other things that we can put on it as well. Down here we have our own Send page, which I'll get to in a minute. We have a resource library here. It's basically an Excel spreadsheet where we have all our resources and how many of each resource we have. So people, if they're looking for, oh God, I don't know, a meter stick, they can go on, type it into the search, and it'll tell us technically where it is in the building. Not so sure how that's working out, but we know how many of them that we do have. So one of the best things about Aladdin is that we have a student search. So for example, who am I going to look at? Okay, on my own. You type in the student's name, then you can click on their name and all their details come up. So all the staff, as I said, have access to this. So you get their class, the first name, date of birth, any medical or allergy information, the emergency contact numbers, their doctors, this sort of a thing. The best thing that we have and that we seem to use the most is the notes and documents section. I coordinate the special educational needs services in the school, and the SEN team use this quite a lot for communicating with the mainstream teachers about their pupils with SEN, because as you know, you don't get that much time to meet. If you had to meet about everything, you'd be meeting all day and all night. So we put any information or correspondence in relation to the child's progress up under the notes and documents section of Aladdin, so any of the teachers can go in and read their monthly progress report, their IEP, and you can give access to other staff members to come in and edit it. So for example, it tells you when it goes up, it tells you who wrote it, and then you have the option to go in and add to it. So it just means that it's quicker communication among staff. People can go in, edit it, just initial it, and it means that paperwork and things like that get done a lot quicker, you know, and it's more collaborative as well. As part of that, we've also used the attendance section of this quite a lot because it gives us some statistics on attendance. So we get a nice little pie chart, and it tells you how often they're present and absent. You can also find the reasons for why they're out, if we've been given reasons by the parents. And there's also a facility on it to tell how often that they're late. So we've been able to go to parents and parent-teacher meetings and say, well, even though you've missed, he might be 5 minutes late 3 days a week, he's actually missed 2 hours of school so far this term because of that. And it's more of an impact when you tell that to parents. They're going, oh, 2 hours of school, all right, you know, and then they try and bring their child on time to school. Simple things like that that are very easily done with these statistics. And this is aided by our roll book here. All of our rolls are taken electronically. Each teacher has to take their class attendance by 10:20 in the morning, and I'll show attendance for today. The class lists are there, and it tells us who's present, who's absent, who didn't fill in their role.
As well on purpose, just for this.
And it's you know, it's very useful to be able to go in and track attendance even as well, because you can pick any date or whatever and see who's in and who's not. And again, all staff have access to this, so it's you know, again, a good communication tool. We also have a facility where we can go in and look at the class lists. You know, if we're planning a trip or if we want to invite parents to something and we need to know who we need to contact or how many girls versus boys if we're making groups up for things. We also have a facility to send a text message via this method as well. So if we want to just tell the junior infant parents that they're swimming tomorrow at 11 instead of 11:30, we can go in and tick all the names of the children here and then press send text message, and it gives you, tick one, it gives you the opportunity to go in, and that child's parents' details are stored on this. So you type in your text and you send it, and the computer sends it, and that's it. So you can send like group texts or text to all the parents in school by doing this way, and it's actually really quick and easy rather than trying to ring everybody and send a